Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I have 7 piles. I would show you the piles, but I don't know, I'm kind of liking changing up the dynamics of where I do my videos. Sometimes it's in my room, sometimes it's in the kitchen, sometimes it's in my living room. So I'm kind of just playing around and see what works and what doesn't. So don't mind me. I would have set it up even more professionally, but I kind of just thought, I kind of upload whenever, like let me just, as long as the messages are there and you guys know what cards to pick from, that's all that matters really. So I have 7 piles. Shout out to who requested this reading, because the thing is, I'm so bad at writing down the name and then writing down the request. Like with me, I screenshot what you guys say in the comments, and then I'm so focused on the question that I'm not focused on, okay, all right, so it's from this person to this person, because I get so many requests of picker piles. So shout out to you who requested this reading. Make yourself known in the comment section. A lot of you guys complimented me in my last video saying that like, oh, this is such a great reading. I love this kind of reading. And honestly, all the credit goes to the people like you. You guys are requesting in the comments. So it's honestly you guys. You guys are very creative and very innovative when it comes to coming up with these topics. So I really appreciate it, okay? So today we're going to check on the state of health and your chakras. Now, I'm not really a health reader. However, I am good at reading like energy and reading chakras, okay? In terms of like health, like I'm not, like a medical doctor, so I get very cautious to read things like that. So my focus is more so on your chakras and how sometimes your chakras may affect your physical health overall. So I have 7 piles because there's 7 chakras, right? There's the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and then you have your crown chakra. So yeah, the 7, so I thought it'd be nice to do 7 piles. So for pile 1, we have glow, may you be enchanted. And I know lately I've been using cards as a way to pick a pile. I will get out of that habit, but right now it just seems a little bit more convenient. Pile 2, we have trust, may you take a leap of faith. Pile 3, we have together, may you be connected. Pile 4, we have surrender, may you release the old. Pile 5, we have resolved, may you let it go. Pile 6, we have timing, may this be the right moment. And then we have the last pile, conserve, may you find the balance. Okay, so go ahead and pick your piles. I'm gonna start. If you hear my son in the background, don't mind him. He's chilling in a different room because I'm just worried that he's going to cause a lot of disruption, okay? So let me just clear out all these things because, yeah, not many people know this, but I don't really like to edit my videos anymore. I just like delivering messages, if I'm going to be honest with you. I just, I don't want to get too caught up in the edits and the intros and the this, because I have another channel and I have a lot going on. However, who knows, now that, don't mind that stain. Now that I finished my academic year for teaching, maybe I'll have more time to do it, okay? All right, so for pile 1, 3 minutes and 36 seconds, you guys chose glow, may you be enchanted. Okay, so, I associate glowing with someone who is healthy, okay? I feel like naturally human beings, we are attracted to good health. So that can stem from our weight, the body, how much weight we're carrying in certain areas of our body, our skin, acne, whether we have acne, whether we don't have acne, we all prefer clearer skin, healthier skin. So when I think of glowing, it's just more of a sense of that you guys are working through whatever you've got going on, like you're working on your health. So it's not just physical health, also mental health, because sometimes people can get acne from stress, and not just hormones, but also like a lot of stress. So it's not always about, oh, you're not drinking enough water. Because I remember with my sister when she was younger, she had a lot of acne, and yet she would drink so much water, but the acne would never go. But she's also someone who suffers from anxiety. So sometimes people's mental health can contribute to how we present it physically, right? But from what I'm getting here with the glow is you guys are going through a situation in your life where you feel like you're finally coming out of some sort of difficulty, or maybe you've suffered some sort of difficulty and now you're getting back to finding who you are, becoming more rooted, okay? But glow is so far a good sign, okay? We have the Cayman and the Poppy, which is dreams. We have the Star energy in reverse, which is Aquarius energy. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have fire sign energy with the Three of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have more fire energy with the Eight of Wands. And then we have opportunity. We have root chakra. And we have I'm hurt. Okay. All right, so for some of you, yeah, when it comes to your overall health, you could have had to recover from something. Now, it doesn't matter how long ago it was. You had to recover from something difficult, something, I'm getting emotionally more so than physically, although there could be physical elements that have stemmed from the emotional situation. But I'm getting it's something that brought a lot of grief at some point, a lot of difficulty, a lot of struggle. But you're slowly coming out of that, or some of you have already jumped timelines and you are out of that. However, the effects of what you had gone through in the past may still linger here and there. It's like a trigger that comes up here and there, okay? Because we do have I'm hurt, and we have the Star card, yeah. So because it's in reverse, it's telling me that there is still a needing of healing to be done in terms of your chakras, okay? I'm getting is more so your feminine energy, even though that's not really like a chakra, I'm getting called to say that the feminine energy, especially if you're a woman, your feminine side, in fact, not even just if you're a woman, even if you're a man watching this, there's a femininity in you that needs to be healed a little bit, okay? And you're in the process of doing so. So this could come in the form of, like, say for example, if you've been single for a very long time, and in that time you've been focused on money, you've been focused on goals, you've been focused on study, you've been focused on everything else but love, which is good, right? That's not a bad thing. But there's also a need to pour into the femininity. So allowing people to take care of you. You could be the type of person that's always taking care of others and it got tiring. So now you're taking care of yourself, but please also allow people to take care of you. If you have people in your life who want to take care of you, who want to shower you, even if it's a lover or a potential lover, like people who want to help you and support you, allow them to. You know, you don't always have to be strong and do this all on your own. There are people around you who do want to help you. They just may feel very intimidated and they may feel like, oh, maybe Power One doesn't want the help, or maybe Power One feels like I'm annoying them, you know. But if help does come your way, Power One, take it. Don't look at it as, oh my God, does this come with a catch? Or they're going to use it against me, or, you know, they just want me to rely on them so that I feel dependent on them. Like, you know, allow yourself to be taken care of, because sometimes we need it. You know, we're not robots, we're human beings, and sometimes it's okay to allow someone to take care of you. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy from this pile, but it's giving me more so women in their masculine energy. And I can relate to this to some extent. Like, I have this, I don't know if it's because I'm an air sign, because I'm a Gemini, but I'm also a Libra moon and a Leo rising. So air and fire are very masculine energies. So I have a lot of that in my chart, in my big three. So I also have a tendency to always want to get things done and do things on my own and focus on money, focus on the bag, focus on, you know, I can relate to this part to some extent. But then it's only now that I'm 26, I'm learning to dip into that feminine side. I'm learning to be taken care of. I have a partner as well. Like, he's very helpful. He's always wanting to help me out. And I have this subconscious thing of like, I can do it myself. But that's because I had been doing things by myself for a long time before him, you know? So it's like when you've gotten used to that habit of having to be single and doing things on your own and being let down and disappointed by people, it's almost ingrained in you to always be independent. And there's nothing wrong with being independent. I think it's amazing being independent, but it's also okay to accept help, especially help when you know it doesn't come with any hidden, you know, motives, like help from people who are genuine, because there's still good, genuine people in this world, whether we believe it or not, right? I feel like when it comes to your root chakra, you guys are not blocked. You guys are actually going to be getting an opportunity very soon. We have opportunity here, and we also have root chakra. So you guys, sorry, I dropped that one. You guys have placed your stability above everything. So some of you guys are operating more out of survival, you know? And even when you have worked jobs or done things that you don't like, or you're just doing it because it pays the bills, like you've done that. And now you're coming to a place in your life where you want to do something more creative. something that allows you to flow, something that allows you to soar and to thrive, and something that you actually are emotionally fulfilled in, something that you can take care of yourself and makes you feel good doing it. Passion, a lot of creativity. I'm just hearing water trickling down, that kind of vibe, where you don't have to always be in hustle mode. And that can start by when you're healing that femininity side of you guys, allowing people to take care of you. It's not just a spiritual thing, like having to listen to subliminals that allow you to unlock that divine feminine energy, but also just psychologically speaking, looking at it from a logical perspective. I've been reading a book called Attached, and what inspired me to read that is I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being avoidant. I'm sick and tired of always feeling like I have to be like cautious of people and defensive of people all the time, and just always feeling like I like being too independent. Like there are times where I do want to share my time, my space, my thoughts with someone romantically, and I can't get into that because I have too many walls up. So one day I just complained to one of my friends who happens to be a therapist, and they recommended me to read the book Attached. And now I feel like I'm stepping into my femininity. I'm in a happy, committed relationship now. But anytime I do get triggered, instead of running away and trying to end it, like I look back on the things I've read and I'm like, okay, it's okay to fall apart. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's not a sign of weakness. And believe me, I used to think it was a sign of weakness, but it's not, So similarly with you guys, I feel like there's a sense to also heal that feminine energy and allow yourself to be taken care of. Not in a way where like you demand it from other people, like say for example you're on a date and they're like, oh, you got to take me here, you got to do this for me, you got to do that for me. Not in an arrogant sort of way, but in a way where you take things day by day and you communicate what you expect from a relationship, or you communicate what you expect from a friendship, or something like, oh, I think it'd be a great idea if we did this together, or do you have a couple of minutes? I've been going through this and I'd just like to talk to someone about it, There are people who are going to be willing to be there for you, pile one. You don't always have to feel like you have to do something alone, okay? All right. For some of you physically, not everyone in this pile, but for some of you physically, your back, you may be getting back aches, okay? And there's a need to see a chiropractor, okay? You could be getting a lot of back aches. And that's because you guys have been focused on stability, focused on always getting things done to the point where some of you don't take a rest, okay? Especially if you have ADHD, okay? I know I resonate with that part, I can't sit still. I always have to be doing something. And when I'm not doing something, it just feels very unnatural for me. It's like I get back up, Some of you have been feeling a lot of flushed cheeks. Like I'm just envisioning flushed cheeks and someone feeling very hot, giving Aries energy, a lot of fire energy here anyway. I heard dominant and I heard consistency. So some of you have been working really hard or doing so much that you need to take a break. You need to slow down before your body tells you when to take a break, and it may be at the most inconvenient time, okay? There's a need for you guys to sit back and relax and be taken care of. And I know, an ideal world, like why wouldn't I want that, Gemini? Of course I'd want someone to take care of me. But there's a subconscious fear of like allowing that to happen, especially if you've been like in defensive mode, or you haven't really been, connected with anyone like that. Not romantically speaking, but just in general. I'm getting like you have maybe cousins, friends, family who do want to take care of you, but they kind of sense that you're in this defensive mode. Not defensive as in like, oh, I got a problem with you kind of mode, but in a kind of like reserved as in, I like my peace the way it is. And some people don't want to disturb your peace, but at the same time, they do want to help you. And they just don't know how to ask you like, hey, is everything okay? Do you want to be taken care of? Or is there anything, So just allow that energy in and allow people to take care of you. Even if it means you just saying, hey, I've been really tired. Things have been really hectic. It would be nice to just unwind and sit down and watch a movie with someone, or just relax with someone, or go to the beach with someone, You'd be surprised at the number of people, Pile One, that are willing to do that with you, okay? So I'm not really getting anything else health related. I'm just mostly getting backache for some of you. For others of you, health is not coming up at all. So some of you is just more of like needing to heal emotionally from something that may have happened either recently or a long time ago, but needing to heal from it so that you can have better experiences in the near future, okay? Some of you had gone through something in the past that catapulted you into being so secure and financially driven and just ambitious and independent. I mean, it's good in some aspects. Like sometimes trauma can bring about like good change in yourselves. It makes you more focused, more intelligent, more self-aware, and more aware of other people as well, and knowing how to spot red flags and things and people, situations. You learn from it, you grow. But then don't allow it to also kill the side of you that still likes to love, still likes to nurture, still likes to be nurtured, be taken care of, and can still, you know, be depended on and depended with, in terms of like, you know, sometimes you go through situations where people didn't help you, people didn't support you, people made you feel like you had to do everything on your own. So it's like naturally you then become more independent. But at the same time, now when people do want to help you, it's like, oh no, it's okay, I got it. It's kind of giving like, I don't know if you guys have seen those memes of like either Asian aunties, African aunties, Latina aunties, just any ethnic group of aunties, right? Where they're in the kitchen cooking, and then they're thinking in their mind, my kids never help me. I always have to do things on my own. And then the kids are like, hey, do you want any help? And they're like, now I've got it. It's fine. I'll do it on my own. And that's because it's like when you're so used to a pattern of being independent and doing things on your own, it feels almost weird when someone offers help. And then you also like things done the right way, and you kind of feel like they won't help you in the right way that you need to be helped in. But it's up to you guys to now communicate your needs, communicate your standards for how you do want help, whether it's to a friend, a lover, a family member, anyone, okay? But there is definitely some healing, emotional healing, like a fear of vulnerability, either a fear or a lack of vulnerability. Like it's okay to fall apart in front of people. And sometimes when we've gone through situations, we may be a little bit not trusting or not feeling safe enough to fall apart in front of someone. So because we lack security and safety in others, we direct our energy towards what can bring us safety and security, which is money. You know, when you have money and you have a house and you have a car, that's stability. You know that you never have to be homeless. You have a place to go to at night, so you're safe. Or, you know, whenever you have to get from place to place, you have a car, so you know you're safe. Or when you have money, you know if you're hungry, you will never be hungry, or you will never have to depend on anyone if you have your own money. So it's like when we lack that security in other people, we find that security within ourselves by working hard for our money, right? Which is great, but don't neglect the part that teamwork makes the dream work. It's okay to rely on other people. It's okay to be vulnerable. You just need to use your gift of discernment and your intuition in order to know who to trust. Because let's face it, part one, you guys are so attractive. You guys are beautiful inside and out. You guys are handsome inside and out. You guys got it going on. So you're going to attract everybody under the sun. And sometimes when we're a little bit defensive and we've gone through what we've gone through, we start to think, maybe this person that has a bad motive, or maybe this person I can't trust, or maybe this person, you know. Let's be real, you're going to attract everyone, good and bad. But it's up to you to use your gift of discernment now from all the painful lessons you've learned in order to read people now and feel like, okay, this person allows me to feel safe. So I need to now lower my guard a little bit and allow them to help me, you know, whether it's a friend, a lover, anyone, you know. Because I am sensing emotional pain that is healing, but hasn't fully healed yet, okay? And for others of you, it's a backache from having to endure a lot of stress, a lot of pain, you know, a lot of burden of having to always have your own back, like no pun intended, right? But I see you working on this. It's not like you guys are the type of people to just sit and mope about it. You guys are allowing yourself to feel sad about it, but always finding solutions to work on it. This is my self-development pile. This is my self-elevation pile. And I love that for you guys, because you guys are glowing. You guys are really coming out of that and you're glowing, okay? Because you guys have dreams, goals, hobbies, aspirations, and you're not allowing anyone to stop you from achieving them. Maybe you've been in situations with friends, family, lovers, who kind of stopped you from bringing those things to light, like dreaming about the way you want your life to be. Some of you are older than me and you feel like, you know what, it's too late to start my life again. And I'm always making readers saying that's not the case, that's not true. You could be any age and start all over again. I always tell my mom this. Like I always joke to my mom, I'm like, listen, mom, even if I was older than you, okay, if I wanted to do something, I will find a way to just do it. I will not give up, because this is what I believe I deserve. Like, I am really passionate about something. I believe I'm worthy of it. I'm going to do it, regardless of how old I am, you know? I've been in even dance shows of people who are twice my age, and that's their first time learning how to dance, and I wouldn't have known, because they're so great at it, because they were really passionate about it. They wanted to start again. Just like there are people who've gone back to university, they've gone back to school to start all over again, to start a whole new career path. It's never too late. Even if you think it is, it's never too late. And I feel like this is the pile that you guys are dreaming things and wanting things to come into fruition. You guys are manifesting. Some of you guys feel like, no, I've passed the age of falling in love. I've passed the age of achieving that dream. You haven't. It's in your works. There are people who have literally gotten married for the first time in their freaking life at age 60, for example. There are people who have had babies at the first time in their life at age like end of 40s, beginning of 50s, you know. Regardless, it's never too late, okay? As long as you have what it takes to believe in yourself, everything else will align, regardless of what society says, okay? But we have the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. You guys are moving forward in life. You're soaring. I'm getting this power. No matter what you've gone through in life, you've always found a way to get yourself back up, and I find that really admirable. Like, nothing has kicked you down and let you stay down. You've always managed to pick yourself back up. And I love that for you guys. It shows. It really shows. And you guys are getting more opportunities your way. More room for your root chakra to really activate. Your root chakra, there's nothing wrong with it. Just don't overwork it, okay? That's the message here. Don't overwork your root chakra. But you're going to get more opportunities. If you thought you were getting opportunities now, you're going to get a lot more. And if you haven't got opportunities now, it's coming, okay? In terms of your crown chakra, you guys seem really tapped in, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are very tuned into your crown chakra. You guys are able to receive, especially if you're good at remembering your dreams as well. In terms of your third eye, it is working. It's not blocked whatsoever. However, the problem is something with your heart chakra needs healing, you know? Sometimes there are good people coming towards you and you may feel like, nah, they're not the one. I don't want them. I don't think so. They look like they can hurt me, or I don't believe that they truly want to be there for me. That is not your intuition. That is fear-based, okay? That is ego-based and fear-based, okay? But that comes from pain. That comes from past experiences, okay? And I'm not getting in terms of love, it's also in terms of friendships. You Power Wands may be the type of people that don't have lots of friends, you know? But your crown chakra is fine. Your third eye is fine. Your throat chakra is even fine. It's just the heart chakra that maybe needs to allow yourself to feel and be vulnerable. Like, you guys feel a lot, but it's like you don't express it. So you have people thinking that everything's okay when it's not, you know? It's okay to fall apart sometimes. But as for your solar plexus, I believe that you guys are confident people. Even if people may disagree with that, I genuinely feel like you guys have a high and healthy self-esteem, as you should, okay? And it's working there. It's just the heart chakra that needs to allow you to feel. Like, you guys have empathy, I'm getting. You have empathy for others. But it's just, you need to have the most empathy for yourself and just allow yourself to feel. You don't always need to take care of others. Allow someone to take care of you, okay? As for your sacral chakra, you guys are very creative. It is coming through, but not enough pleasure. You guys need to allow yourself to enjoy life. It's not always about survival, this and that. You need to go out and enjoy your life. However, in fact, not even going out, just however you enjoy life, you know, because I don't want to make it sound like this is the one way to enjoy life. Enjoy life how you want. Even if it's reading a book, I love to read, you know? But there's a need for you guys to relax more and be vulnerable more, okay? You can fit the time, I promise you. Me, I'm doing 101 things. I need to fit that time in, okay? It may feel foreign at first, but you'll get the hang of it. It's just all about balance, right? And your root chakra is overactive, okay? You're doing too much. It's good, but allow yourself to have that break. But that's all what's coming through for part one. I'm gonna move on. I'm feeling very hot, okay? I don't know if it's my house or if that means something, but yeah, I'm gonna move on to pile two. Okay, 24 minutes and 26 seconds, pile two. You guys chose trust. May you take in this leap of faith. Okay, as I said with the last pile, just because the title is health and chakras, it doesn't mean I'm always going to touch health, because sometimes the health may not come up. I'm only going to say whatever messages are coming through, okay? We have the eel and the iris, which is safety. We have the Justice card, which is Libra. We have the King of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign energy. I was picking that up way before I saw the King of Cups. And we have water sign energy again with the Eight of Cups. And then we have pride. We have ego. And we have heart chakra. I am actually hearing in my mind the heart wants what it wants. Selena Gomez. Okay. But this part, I feel like sometimes you may have a tendency to want something, but then feel like, oh, let me not ask for too much. Let me not make a scene. Let me not, you know, like even if it's like communicating your boundaries with someone, or if someone hurts your feelings, I'm getting this part like you may not say it. Like you may just firm it and be like, oh, okay, well, that hurt my feelings. Like you may acknowledge it to yourself and then withdraw from people. And Spirit is saying like it's okay to allow yourself, similar to part one to some extent, it's okay to allow yourself to say, you know what, this is my boundary and I'm not okay with this. This really upset me. And it's okay to let that person know, whoever it is, whether it's family. For some of you, it is family, it's a sibling, it's a sister, okay? It's a mother, it's someone for some of you where you may not be getting along with the sibling right now because of boundaries being not honored or not made. Or both, okay? I feel like, pile two, sometimes you tend to stay in situations that are unfulfilling because you want to keep the peace, or it's all you know, it's stability, okay? And you're slowly coming out of that, okay? You may have been also people who have been gaslighted a lot, whether it's by family, friends, lovers. Like you are very highly intuitive people, especially with the water energy coming in here. Even if you're not a water sign, you guys are so intuitive. Like you know what's up. You guys are highly spiritual, socially intelligent, emotionally intelligent, just intuitive overall. And when you feel a certain way about something, you don't let it go. Like you trust your gut. However, you have people in your life, whether it's currently or in the past, who are so like determined to gaslight you into thinking you're crazy, into thinking you're wrong, into thinking you're feeling that way because there's something wrong with you. You may have been told that you're sensitive before by family or by someone, but you're not. You're just very intuitive. I mean, yeah, you are sensitive, but not in a way where it's like an inconvenience. Like, no, you're sensitive because you can feel things, you can pick up things easily. And when people are trying to hoodwink you, it doesn't sit right with you because you just know you're being lied to, or you just know you're being gaslighted into playing it small, into not believing true. Someone has always made you want to question your reality, okay? And you've had to, I'm hearing bending over backwards. Maybe you path two. Oh my God, but this actually resonates with the number two, like life path number two people. Like you guys love to serve, you love to help people, you love to be there for your loved ones, right? Like part one is more like a lone wolf. It's like you got to do something on your own. Like I'm a life path number one. It's like you're more like a lone wolf. You're a leader. You're independent, you know, and you have responsibilities on your shoulders all the time because people really expect so much of you because they see you as a leader, right? But then with path two or life path number two, I get a vibe where you like to serve others. You like to thrive in situations where you can work together. You can be there for one another. Those who you care about. But I feel like sometimes it's to a detriment. Yeah. I'm not getting anything physical for right now. You guys could have suffered anxiety and stress and feeling misunderstood if we're talking about it from a health or medical perspective. And you could have done a lot of overthinking, even though there's no Nine of Swords here. But the pride and ego here, I'm not getting it's coming from a place of arrogance. It's not coming from a place of, I think I'm better than everyone, so I'm prideful and I'm arrogant. This kind of pride and arrogance that's coming from you is coming more from like say for example, if you're not okay or if things hurt your feelings or people hurt you, it's more like you don't want to show that you're hurt. And it's not because you want to, you know, make people feel like, yeah, like I'm emotionless, but it's more of like, you want things to be at peace, even if it means sacrificing your own peace. Maybe that's who you used to be. And it's like, It's not okay. You matter. You're validated in your own emotions. And maybe people in the past have made you feel like you're not validated, or you're too sensitive, or you need to get over it, or you just need to put up with it because you're strong. You guys may not be the type to show your emotions to people, and that's where the pride and ego is coming from. But you feel so much because we literally have the heart chakra. You guys are giving me the most empathetic energy. Like, I just think of empathy when I think of this pile. Like, you care so much about people, you're there for people, you're supporting other people, you're loving towards people, but people need to give that back to you, okay? And I'm getting, it's like now you're entering a phase where if you're not being respected, you're no longer wanting to tolerate that nonsense anymore. Because with the Eight of Cups, this is like a lack of fulfillment. If something's not fulfilling you anymore, I see you wanting to walk away. Like, you just take a breather, you just distance yourself from people who don't respect you, and that is the way you're setting your boundaries, okay? Because in the past, a lack of setting your boundaries has caused stress, has caused anxiety, overthinking. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you have gotten physical gray hairs from this. And now you're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, you know? But I feel like your heart is heavy. It's like it feels so much, and sometimes it feels like you're going to explode. So now you're finally pouring back into yourself. It's like we have the King of Cups. This is masculine energy. It's like you got, even if you're a woman here, right? You may have had to operate in your masculine energy where you're serving others, you're helping others, you're providing for others, you're a reliable person, very responsible and reliable. You guys may have been called an old soul, very mature beyond your years. But there are times where you want to cry, you want to feel validated, you want someone to take you by the hand and say, it's okay to break down. It's similar to Power 1 in some aspects, but Power 1 is more financial based and more independent based, but this is more of like emotional support, you know? And it's like, sometimes, especially if you're a man here, sometimes you may feel like you're not being acknowledged for the love and care you're giving to others. And it's not that you're doing anything for acknowledgement, but it just would be nice to be appreciated and respected, okay? Some of you need to take care of your skin as well. Yeah, that's a message randomly coming. Some of you guys need to take care of your skin. Yeah, not to alarm anyone because this is a general reading, so don't take it unless you know this for a fact. But I also heard melanoma, and I think that's like something to do with skin cancer. Not to say that you guys have it, but just to say, like, if you develop any moles and you know you have a history of that, get that checked out. Just get it checked out. You may not have it, it may be rolled off, it may not even come up, but only if you have a history of it and you know it's coming up. Because this is a general reading. I'm not trying to scare anyone, okay? But you guys are finally going to be getting your good karma, because you're going to realize that in all relationships, whether it's friendship, family, love, requires balance, requires equilibrium, requires equal give and take. Someone's allowed to fall apart in front of you, and you're there for them, and you have to be able to do the same. And you're now realizing that. And if it's not equal, it's not balanced, you're walking away. So this is you knowing your worth. But don't be too prideful and egotistical to the point where you feel like you have to hide your feelings. It's okay to break down. It's okay to let people know, I'm hurt. And if you don't want to honor that, then I don't have to be here, you know? But you guys value that stability, safety, you know? Maybe you guys are that safety and stability for others. But now it's time for people to be that way towards you, okay? Or maybe you've stayed in situations with family, friends, lovers because of the stability. It's like, oh, but that's my family. Oh, but that's my friend for many years. Oh, but, you know, this is my relationship. I don't want it to end. I feel comfortable here, you know. Make sure that you're being fulfilled. Because if you're not, I see you walking away, which is good, okay? But you also need to trust in yourself. Sometimes you may worry like, okay, if I say this and I speak my mind, it's going to ruin the dynamics of this sort of relationship I've built. You're not going to ruin anything with the right person. It's never okay to keep everything bottled in to keep the peace. As long as you're delivering messages with love and respect, and you're not raising your voice, you're doing it mutually, respectfully, lovingly, but firm and honest, it will never ruin any sort of relationship with the right person, okay? And that's not me encouraging you to go no contact if it's a family situation. I'm just getting that you are needing to take a breather if it's getting too much. You shouldn't sacrifice your mental health for other people, okay? But your heart chakra, yeah, it feels so heavy. It feels like it's overactive, but you need to pour into yourself, or you need to allow people to pour into you and communicate that firm boundaries. In terms of your crown chakra, it's activated, good, healthy. Third eye, extremely healthy, okay? People be trying to gaslight you, but it's not working. Like, I think it worked a little bit in the past, but you're slowly coming out of that. You're slowly starting to realize, no, wait a second, hold up. I have evidence to back up what I'm feeling, and I feel this, and it really does ring bells. I don't want to be gaslighted into this. This is not fair. You know, you're slowly coming to that realization now. Your throat chakra is being activated. Maybe you used to be silent in these matters, but now you're no longer staying silent, which is good, okay? Your heart chakra is so overactive, though. It's like it needs to be given grace, okay? You are so loving, okay? Sometimes it becomes numb when you're used to people being this way towards you, and it shouldn't be, okay? You're slowly starting to wake up to that. As for your solar plexus, that may need a little bit of work as well, because that's responsible for knowing your worth, self-esteem. If you feel like, no, Gemini Empress, like I've overcome that, you know, phase in my life of overgiving. Now I know my own worth. Now I know what, yeah, then disregard that part that I'm saying about your solar plexus. But this is for if you're in that phase of like, you're only slowly starting to wake up and realize, you know what, I deserve this. I don't deserve to be treated this way. I feel like I've done everything I possibly can to be there for others. I expect respect in return, etc. Then, you know, that message is more so for you. So your solar plexus needs to be worked on, needing to know your worth and not have to take BS from people, you know. But your sacral chakra, there's something about you guys, Patu, that you are very innovative and creative people naturally, especially if you have water in your chart, but it's being suppressed. Like you're not devoting enough time and attention to it. So there's a need to work on your sacral chakra or bring it back to balance, because it's there. It's like, I see the potential there. But in terms of your root chakra, I feel like that's fine. I think your root chakra is pretty much stabilized. There's nothing coming up where, you know, you're struggling in that department. And if you feel like you are, I feel like it won't be for very long. It's just a temporary situation. But I'm not really getting much focus on the root chakra, if I'm going to be honest. It's more so on the heart chakra and the solar plexus. But root chakra is just responsible for stability overall. And I feel like you guys are coming to a point where you are going to achieve it, like financially speaking, not stability as in family, home, you know. But you are coming to that. But allow yourself to be vulnerable with people. Allow yourself to communicate your standard, your boundaries as well, okay? But physically, health, everything seems fine. But I do feel you need to trust in yourself, follow your intuition, because it is strong. It's not blocked. It's very strong. How to before it eats you up, okay? You don't want to bend over backwards for people who don't appreciate you and try to gaslight you into believing something that's not true, okay? But yeah, trust in yourself. And if you trust in yourself now, continue to do that. If you don't, you need to do that, okay? But that's all I'm getting. I'm gonna move on, because I'm getting you've dealt with people who are a bit prideful as well. So yeah, they don't want to admit where they're wrong, even though they are, okay? Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna move on to pile number 3. Okay, so 38 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys chose pile 3. You guys chose together. May we be connected. Okay. Wow. Okay, pile 3. That is a really together card. That's like a networking sort of number anyway. We have the Fox and the Ivy, which is adaptability. It's giving Gemini or Sagittarius energy. We have the Lovers. I have to start scribbling these things out because it's the naked people I can't put. You have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, I had a feeling this would come up. It makes sense. And 3 is the number of networking and support and friendships and whatnot, right? And especially if you're a life path number 3, it's more about like support and creativity and networking overall, friendships. You have the 2 of Pentacles with the earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have the 3 of Cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and more earth with the 6 of Pentacles. We have Unite. We have Marriage. We have twin flame. Wow. Whoa. What's with the romance here, pile 3? This is meant to be about your health and your chakras. Honestly, heart chakra, A-okay. Crown chakra, A-okay. Throat chakra, A-okay. Stability, root chakra is good. However, do pay attention to your finances, pile 3. I don't know why I'm being called to say that, but there is a need to. Because you do have the 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles, which means you have a lot to balance. Like maybe you guys have multiple streams of income. So you're trying to balance everything out, even if it means that, you know, you're tired and you still want to get things going on. It's okay to take a break, okay? Wind and slow down, but you guys may be, some of you, not all of you in this part I'm sensing, some of you may be penny pinching, which is fine. Just be cautious about what you're spending. Do plan your finances as well. Some of you may not have a stable job at the moment. Some of you have money for right now to keep you afloat, but you guys are still searching for money in terms of like a new job. So just be very cautious of how you spend, okay? But it's not to the point where it's like coming up as like a very scary, like, oh, you're going to be broke, you're going to have nothing. Like, it's not to that extent. It's just watch your finances and just be responsible with them, which I trust that you guys can be. Sacral chakra is coming through, very creative. I heard very tasteful. I don't know what that's referring to, but you guys, your sacral chakra is there because we have adaptability. So I'm getting like you guys are very innovative and creative and you're pretty witty. You can think on your feet, okay? But it's just telling me to focus more so on, what's it called? I'm losing track of which one it was. Don't know why it's left my head. That sucks. Just left my head. Intuition on point, everything else on point. Maybe it really was just root chakra, but your heart chakra is opening, okay? I'm getting for a long time, it may not have been active. And it's not to say that you guys are sociopaths or you don't care about people, but for a long time you've been in this zone of I gotta take care of me, I gotta put myself first. Not in a selfish, mean way, but in a way where like I've been putting other people first. I need to put myself first. So you may have been very secluded from people at a long point or long period of your life, but now you're starting to be more social. You're starting to connect with people more. You're starting to feel like, okay, I can work with people. I can welcome love into my life. I can do these things. You know, some of you are opening up to the idea. Some of you are in a relationship, but some of you have the potential to enter one later this year. Okay, so it's in the works for you. But yeah, maybe it was just root chakra that needs a little bit of focus. Because at first I'm like, I'm not getting that. But now as I unwind in the reading, the root chakra, yeah, it is coming up. Careful that you're not doing too much, okay? But I'm also being told to be very cautious with your spending. That's what's coming up. Finances. In terms of love, since that seems to be the main theme here, or main cards here, especially with the Lovers card, you guys are coming into union with yourself, okay? But you're also attracting people who you will be in union with. So love is looking great, or the potential to welcome love in is looking great because you guys are pouring and investing into yourself. So I see love being a great thing for you guys, which is great. You're starting to realize the beauty in togetherness, the beauty in working together. Maybe you guys have been so independent for so long, and now new people are entering your life, whether it's in friends, family, love, whatever sort of form of this love it's coming in. Even if it's self-love, you're starting to realize you can work together with people, you can welcome love in, you can rely on people. And it's not to say people in nature are reliable, but you're starting to weed out people who are not reliable and people who cannot help you with your needs. And you're going to welcome people in who can be a source of help, okay? Because we have together. You're starting to realize the beauty in working together, the beauty in friendships, the beauty in quality time, the beauty in even just time alone with yourself. You're coming into union with yourself. Some of you have gone through the dark night of the soul and you're starting to find yourself again. And it feels great. It's almost like a childlike energy. But just careful about your spending and careful that you're not doing too much, okay? Because some of you I'm getting may feel lethargic at times. because you're being prepared for something even greater to head. So do take a rest before things get more hectic in the near future. It reminds me of a song lyric that I came up with in one of my songs, Slytherin. Feel free to check that one out, by the way. But I'm hearing destined for success, close by, it ain't a reach. So I'm just getting like, you guys are destined for success because you're in union with yourself. It's giving 222 energy, alignment. You guys are coming into alignment. So I can't really say much about your physical health other than to just slow down because you're doing a lot. But that's it really. You know, I'm not really getting anything health related, but just keep a well-balanced diet, I guess. It's not like you guys are very unhealthy or something like that. It's just maintain. Okay, whatever you got going on, maintain. So if you're on a diet, maintain it. But if you feel like, oh, I need to be a bit more healthy, just maintain the weight that you're at. You don't need to lose significant amount of weight, but just don't gain weight either. Like, you guys are seeming more balanced, especially with the 6 of Pentacles. You guys are learning how to give to others who are giving to you. Maybe in the past you felt like you were over giving to people and you realize, why am I doing that? No one's giving to me like that. So I might as well pour back into myself so that I can be okay. I can be at balance, because it doesn't make sense to overinvest energy into other people who are not even giving me the same energy back. So you guys took that back, and now you're only being very selective with who you give your time and energy into. And I'm getting a big word is reciprocity. If it's not reciprocal, if you're not in if you don't have if you don't have reciprocity, then you're not giving your energy. And I love that for you guys, pile 3. Like, you want things to be equal and balanced, and if it's not, you're not doing it. You're being very cautious of what you put your time and investments into, even your money. You're being very cautious, or you need to be very cautious. But I feel like you are now making good, responsible decisions in your life. You're like, what does this get me? Not in a very narcissistic, like I need to use people kind of way, but in a way where, does this benefit me? Is this a benefit to my life? If I give to this person, will they appreciate it? Or will they use me? Like, you're thinking things through before you're doing things, especially when it comes to people. And because you're now in that way, it's coming off like you're radiating high vibrations and you're radiating self-love. It's making people respect you. It's making people want your time and attention. Okay, it's making people who are like, pile 3, can you pay attention to me now? Because now you're being selective with your investments. You're giving people the same energy. So if you feel like people were not as supportive towards you, now you're like, okay, I'm gonna revoke my support and I'm gonna invest in those who are worthy of it, you know? Or I've been doing too much for others. Now it's time to give back to myself. And it's making people want to invest in you. It's making people who want to give you energy, give you love, give you support, because you are knowing your worth. I feel like in the past, people really slept on you. People really didn't appreciate the love and care you had to give. And now they're begging for it. Okay, now they're like, please notice me, pile 3. It's because you are a cheerleader. This part gives me confidence. It's like you guys are very confident in yourself, like a quiet confidence. You're confident as in, I'm getting this part, you don't really experience jealousy much. When you see someone doing something that you would like to do, you're inspired and you cheer for them. You clap for others. But then when it's you, some people pretend like they don't see you. Some people act like you don't exist. Some people don't even acknowledge you. Okay, or people don't want to acknowledge you, even though they see you. And instead of getting annoyed with that, you're like, okay, well, God's gonna put on better people on my path anyways. And that's the mentality that's getting you exactly where you needing to be. You guys have a healthy amount of self-esteem, okay? Just slow it down. Don't be afraid to take a rest, because I feel like you guys are doing too much. But you guys are really coming into union with yourself. And you're starting to be more social with people, but not each and every one. You're social with people who you feel like deserve your energy, deserve your time. And not in a snooty way, like, you're not on my level. Not that kind of snooty, but in a way where it's like, if somebody is down to earth, genuine, pure good vibes, you're gonna vibe with them. If someone is coming off as a bit superficial, a bit like I have a ulterior motive kind of energy, you're kind of like, I'm not investing into that. And that's why I say, like, your third eye is open, okay? but you guys are coming into union with yourself. But I'm also getting, when it comes to love, like you're welcoming love. And that could have been very hard, especially if you've been single for a long time. Like I was saying in part 1, that I myself, I'm in a relationship, but I've operated out of a masculine energy for a long time, that even to this day, I still sometimes struggle with allowing myself to be taken care of. You know, it's a battle I have to go through every day, or just voicing my opinion on something that upsets me and having to be vulnerable about it, you know? So it's something I'm still learning how to do myself. But I feel like you guys are now, you're embodying self-love, and you've poured so much love into yourself that it's shining through other people. It's only gonna trigger people who are insecure, I'm not gonna lie. But people who are not insecure, they're gonna love that. They're gonna gravitate towards you, okay? I feel like pile 3, you have traits of things that people want. But it's like you're happy to share. You're happy to be like, yeah, well, this is what I do. This is how I got from A to B, you know? But you're also very selective now with who you give your time and energy to, and even who you surround yourself with. It could even be on Instagram. Like with me, like I've become so cautious of who I follow. Like I know people don't like it when some people do this, and I'm guilty of doing this, where you have a lot of followers, but you don't follow a lot of people. And then you get people who say, oh, you think you're a celebrity now, yeah? And I'm like, I don't want to follow pages just to follow pages. I want to follow pages that I can actually derive a lot of benefit from, like as in self-development, I can learn a lot from. Or people who I'm really inspired by, or following people back who I'm close with in real life, or I have a connection with, or even if I don't know you in real life, just people who are genuine good souls. I like to surround myself with good people, good energy, right? But I don't want to follow a bunch of people who I disagree with, or I find very like immoral, in my opinion, at least. So I'm very selective now with who I follow, and you know, especially like say for example, you follow someone and then you find out down the line that they're a pedophile, or that they've committed atrocities against humanity. It makes you want to unfollow them, you know? So it's like that. I'm kind of like that. I'm very selective, and I feel like you guys are embodying a similar energy where you're very selective of who you put your time and energy into, and who you're friends with, who you're allowed to date, who you connect with, because it's like maybe in the past you were so open to every single person under the sun, and then people just stabbed you in the back or didn't appreciate you, or things just went left. So now you're a bit more like, let me trust my feeling. Do I feel safe with this person? Is this person good? Do they give me a good vibe? Is everything all good? Okay, cool. Then I can connect with this person. But if you're like around people, you feel like I just get a really bad feeling about this person, I don't see you wanting to be open to connect with them. But you guys are not judgmental. There are times where you look at it and you're like, you know what? Maybe I could be wrong. Let's see how this person's energy really is. And then they prove you right. So I think you guys are just very like selective. Okay. But we do have marriage here. So it's like you guys are coming into union with yourself. But I'm also getting like you guys are being so receptive to love, like self-love and love overall, that you guys are headed towards this sort of embodiment of union with others and connecting with your soul tribe. You're finally going to be surrounded with people who have the same energy as you, and it's good because it makes you feel understood. It's like you don't even have to explain yourself. You can be weird and wacky in front of this type of people, okay? And if you feel like you haven't got to that, you're headed that way, pile 3, okay? But you're also very adaptable, okay? I feel like you are the type of person that you may not belong to any community. I think I've said this in one of my other readings, but you may not belong or feel like you belong to any community, but somehow you fit in every community. Like in every community you stand out, but people feel like they can still relate to you and they love you. You know, so it's giving that sort of energy. So I feel like overall you're becoming more radiant, and I feel like it's a self-love. The heart chakra is heart chakraing, and the self-love is very loud. You know, I love it. And the solar plexus, you know, creativity as well with this sacral chakra. You're starting to realize that you're slowly going to be finding your soul tribe if you haven't found them, but if you have, you're operating in that kind of way. So your health overall is looking amazing. Just maintain a balance. Rest when you can, eat a healthy diet, but overall everything's looking good. So no worries, pile 3. I'm going to move on to pile 4. I was meant to do only 3 piles, but there's 7 chakras, so it just felt normal to just do 7 piles. Okay, so 5414, pile 4, you guys chose surrender. May you release the old. Okay, I heard wounds, but I also heard Scorpio. And I'm now hearing Baby I'm Yours, okay? By, it's a song by, I think, Isabella? I don't know. Baby I'm yours. I need something more. I pray to the Lord. Something like that. Very random message. Someone may really, really, really like you. Maybe that's why that's coming through, because I didn't hear that until I got to part 4, okay? Anyways, we have the Hawk and the Thistle, which is graceful persistence. Now I'm hearing Drake. I guess that's just emotion. Yeah, you could have been dealing with a Scorpio, and Drake is a Scorpio too. Or maybe you guys are Scorpios. You guys are having to move on from something that may have been a bit difficult to move on from, but you're doing it anyway, gracefully, okay? We have the Four of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Seven of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What did I tell you? We have the Tower card, which is Scorpio. I genuinely forgot that was even in the pile. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is air sign energy. And then we have water sign energy with the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have anger. We have karmic reverse. Ooh, power 4. Health-wise, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a very honest reader, and if this does not resonate, it does not resonate. Because I have people in the comments sometimes, I love you guys, I really do, but I have people sometimes in my comments, like they will ask for something, or they'll watch a reading expecting an honest reading, and if they don't like the pile, or if they don't like the messages, they're like, that's not true. Maybe it's true for someone out there, and if it's not true for you, it just didn't resonate with you. And sometimes my readings will resonate with people, and sometimes they won't, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you, but that doesn't mean what I'm saying isn't true. It's true for someone, okay? But again, I had to put that disclaimer out because I'm an honest reader. I feel like I gain nothing by lying to you, okay? It's not helpful to you whatsoever. Kind of reminds me of, I don't want to go on a tangent here, but on Instagram, like with me, I've lost a lot of weight, but I would like to lose a little bit more, like just a tiny bit more. And basically, sometimes I want to find people with the same height as me and weight as me, and then seeing their transformation to them losing weight to see what I would look like because we're the same height and we have the same BMI. There are people on Instagram that lie. Like there are people who say, oh, I'm like, they wrote, I am 75 kg. And they were much bigger than that. And I feel like, fair enough, some people, you know, distribute fat differently. But even so, like, you would know the difference. And some people lie maybe because, you know, they feel a bit ashamed or embarrassed, which they shouldn't. They should be honestly really proud of themselves for the weight loss. But sometimes when people put false advertising on social media, it kind of confuses people like me because we want to know what the real weight is so that I know what I would look like at this height and then when I would lose weight and this. And I remember writing a comment saying like, oh, you know, if this is an accurate representation of like this height with this weight, then it makes me feel like it's a little bit false because I am that same height, that same weight, and it's not looking like that, you know? And if I say something like that, people are like, that's a hate comment, or that's this and this and this. Yeah. And it's like, I just really want to know because it's really beneficial to people like me who's looking for inspiration to see, okay, this is what I look like at this height. I want to know like what I would look like at this level and, you know, things like that. But with me, I'm very honest as a reader. And even though sometimes it may not be taken well, if you're someone who doesn't like truth, then, you know, I have to put that disclaimer out so that if you don't want the truth, you can just click off or choose a different pile. So sorry for that rant, pile 4. But the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm getting a health, and usually I don't really get health things in my readings, but for this particular pile, for pile 4, your health, it needs a lot more improvement. I think that's the nicest way I can say it. I'm not talking about weight, by the way. Sorry. I know that sounds so wrong because I've just brought up weight as an example and then I'm talking about your health. That's not what I'm getting, pile 4. Nothing like that. It's just weird how that came up after this message. But I'm getting more so something to do with like a lot of like ailments, okay? Whether it's similar, I think it was was it pile 2? One of the piles had backache. And I'm getting something like, again, not everyone in this pile, so only take it if it resonates. But for some of you, like it is a back pain, you know, like something to do, we literally have the 10 of Swords, literally. Something to do with back aches, and a lot to do with insomnia. I don't know how to say that word. Insomnia? I don't know. When you can't sleep properly, okay? That's what I'm getting, okay? So a lack of great sleep and back pain, okay? And the reason why I don't like delivering messages like that is because I'm so scared that if it doesn't resonate with someone, they're going to take it like it does resonate. And I don't want you guys to take it if it doesn't resonate. If you know you don't have a back problem and you know you're sleeping well at night, don't take the message, okay? Take everything else and leave what doesn't resonate, or choose another pile, okay? Some of you, yeah, it's been a lot, okay? You guys, some of you have suffered from depression, like very strong depression, and you're slowly coming out of it. Some of you have come to these realizations of who is real and who isn't real. Some of you have been backstabbed. Some of you have gone through the most painful situations. Some of you have lost a loved one. You've lost a loved one to death, right? And too much change has taken place. Too much misfortune has taken place in your life, Pile 4. And I don't like delivering these messages because they're really negative and they honestly make me want to cry. Because if I'm honest, I cannot relate to it. But when I talk about people's pain, it makes me tear up. It makes me feel bad for the people I'm reading from, because it makes me feel like it's happening with me. It's like, it feels like I'm virtually holding you guys' hand and feeling your pain. That's why, I don't know why I'm water. I don't even know why I'm getting emotional, but like, everything is good, guys. I promise you. I've not lost anyone to death. I'm not depressed. I have no back issues and I sleep well at night, okay? But I think I'm tearing up because it makes me feel bad for people, like people who watch me, who have suffered so much, because I sense that you guys are such good people. And it makes me feel sad because I compare my life and I look at the blessings I have in it, and it's like, I want to just give it to you. I want to send it to you virtually. Especially when I get comments like, oh, I've been going through so much, Gemini Empress, you don't understand. Or when I get personal readings of someone going through something painful, it makes me really sad, because it makes me feel like, why? Like, why are you going through this? You were such a great person. So when I deliver messages like that, it just doesn't sit right with me. It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel like my bestie or someone close to me is going through something. And it's like, I feel so powerless because it feels like I can't do anything about it. Especially when I say things like, oh, everything's a mindset, it can come across as if everything's easy to whip under a spell and everything's fine, when it's not. So it makes me feel really bad. I hope people don't resonate with this pile, but I'm scared that people do, and it makes me feel sad. You know, some of you have gone through a lot of depression. I'm hearing abuse, trauma, so much in pile 4. Some of you are even struggling financially. Some of you have put so much effort, money, time, everything into people, situations, jobs, dreams, projects. And I'm getting that you guys have felt like it's not going anywhere or nothing's working for you. Some of you are even feeling like you should give up on certain things, and it's making me sad. It's really making me sad because I feel like no one deserves it. Because we have the 7 of Pentacles. You guys are waiting patiently. You've invested so much time and energy into something. Maybe you guys have even been trying to get your manifestations to come to life, and it hasn't been working the way you want it to, or as quickly as you want it to, and it makes me feel sad, okay? But I'm getting such a strong energy that you guys are still such great people, you know? And you guys have a good heart. Because we have anger. It's like you guys could be feeling frustrated as to why are things happening so slow? Why are things happening the way they're happening? Why did I have to go through this? Why did it have to affect me to this extent, you know? And there's a certain lesson that you guys are needing to learn from it. But it's like, it's taking a while to really see things from a different perspective after going through it, because we do have karmic in reverse, okay? Someone also regrets hurting you as well, because they are also suffering from what they've put you through, and it's coming through, okay? So if you needed that validation that, you know, is there karma? There is karma. But I'm getting you guys have gone through so much unexpected changes. Like, I'm envisioning literally bricks just being knocked down. Like, you have put so much time and effort into things, people, yourself, beliefs, and it's just all come crashing down at once at some point. Like, I see a lot of struggle, and it's too much for one person to bear. But there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel, because we do have the Ace of Cups. This is renewal, like renewal. I feel like you guys are going to come back renewed. This is like part of, you know, the dark night of the soul. Like, it gets worse before it gets better. You guys are going to come to a different timeline in your life where things are going to overturn and look beautiful. It's going to be a new beginning, a rebirth. But right now you're having to destroy an old part of you, an old situation, to make room for the new. So you guys are having to be put in a situation where you have to surrender. You have to heal, you have to move on, you have to let go of those wounds and make room for new. A lot of healing energy. I'm envisioning someone going literally to the ocean or the river or somewhere where there's literally water, like in this picture, and just bathing themselves in salt and washing away all the old and getting rid of all of that gunk. You guys had been surrounded with low vibrational people, and that low vibrational energy had latched itself onto you, even past people who've done you wrong. Energetically, they're trying to latch themselves onto you. And I don't want to make you feel paranoid, I really don't, but that's what's coming through, and I'm being guided to say that. And if I'm being guided to say that, I have to say it, you know? But you guys, I commend you so much. We have graceful persistence. Look at that. No matter what you guys have been through, powerful, you've found a way to get back up. And sometimes it feels lonely. It feels like you have to do this all on your own. And it's a lot. It's giving you a lot of stress, anxiety, paranoia, depression. But you guys are slowly coming out of that. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry at the universe. It's okay to be angry at God and say, why? You know, and have that moment. But you will come to that realization once you're out of the situation. You will look back on your life and be like, I can't believe I overcame that. I didn't deserve it, but I can't believe I overcame that. And I learned this, and I learned this, and this is what made me who I am today. It's almost like an initiation ritual to go through what you're meant to go through in order to become someone that is very different from the past. And that would not have happened without this pain, which is sad. I don't know why life has to work out that way, but it does. Even when I look at my life now, I would not be who I am today had I not gone through my own issues, my own trauma, my own pain. It's almost like I don't want pain, but I'm grateful I went through it, because I wouldn't be who I am today. There would be no Gemini Empress. There would be no awkward confidence. There would be no Aisha. There would be no, any of this. The way I move, the way I talk, who I am, this would not exist had I not had gone through that, And it's sad, because why do we have to struggle to become that, But you guys have been very patient. You guys have been reflective. You've been kind of isolating yourself a little bit from people, not really being in the social mode, just kind of keeping to yourself in, coming to realizations. And it's not just about people doing you wrong. It's also if you may have unintentionally have hurt other people, you're coming to that realization that when you're hurt, sometimes you may accidentally hurt people without even realizing, and you may have come to that realization and wanted to make amends with people, especially if you're a masculine energy. If you're a feminine energy, it's like people are realizing how much they've done to you. But I'm getting with the masculine, I feel like not only people have wronged you, especially if you're a man, not only people have wronged you, but you may have accidentally skipped out on a blessing because you're around low vibrational people who made it hard for you to see the good. Because regardless of what you're going through, there's still good people on this planet. And I feel like if you're around the wrong people, it becomes harder to pick out who is good and who isn't, especially when you've been betrayed a lot of the time or treated badly a lot of the time. It becomes harder to depict who is the right one or who is the wrong one around you. And you may have slept on someone who wanted to help you, but there'll be a renewal, okay, of love, healing, happiness along the way. Even a new job offer for some of you, you're going to get your life back on order, okay? But right now, you're just going through a period of having to let things go. Careful not to hold grudges. And I know that's I don't want to sound like I'm invalidating, because some people do some effed up things and you're like, Gemini Empress, you're telling me to not hold a grudge. You're telling me to get over it. You're telling me to forgive this person. Look what they've done to me. I understand that. But when it's hurting you and causing you depression and causing you anxiety and you to self-deteriorate mentally, that's when you know you've got to let things go and move forward in your life and surrender. Otherwise, you're going to be the one that's suffering while they are not, But someone does want to right their wrongs with you though, okay? But I'm getting you guys a healing, okay? You're no longer surrounding yourself with any bad, low vibrational energy. You are picking yourself back up. You are healing. You are moving forward, okay? But I'm just getting a lot of insomnia, like just having trouble sleeping, back aches, trauma, a lot of knots that need to be undone in the back, okay? Salt baths, needing to just rejuvenate. That is what you need, okay? I'm so sorry, but everything's going to be okay. And I know that's such a cliche, but you will have a renewal, a self-love, but also romantic love. You're going to have that person who's going to make space for you and hold their arms out for you, okay? But that's all I'm getting for part number 4. I'm so sorry I had to deliver such a message. I rarely have to deliver such messages like that, but it just made me very tearful. And I don't like crying because I still need to heal my feminine energy and be comfortable to be vulnerable. But I don't want to be those people online who just cry on camera. But I felt like it was coming. And I'm like, girl, please don't show it. Please don't. But I'm sending you guys a lot of healing, part 4, okay? I'm going to move on to part 5. Which is 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds. Pile 5, you guys chose resolved. May you let it go. Okay. We have the Hound and the Pair, which is loyalty. We have we have 7 of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have 4 of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we have earth energy with the 8 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have block. We have lies. Okay. All right, so the health and state of your chakras, pile 5. I'm not gonna lie. I first heard, we built this city. It's like, you're talking your ish, okay? But I also heard the Lulu is the Salulu. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, pile 5. This is just what I heard Spirit say. The Lulu is the Salulu. Okay. But this is good. You're blocking out the haters, literally. We have block, okay? And it's like, you may feel like sometimes, okay, let me be honest with you, Power 5. You guys are very innovative. You guys are very talented. You guys are very skilled. You guys have a lot to show for it, a lot to back it up. Whether you're a man or a woman, like you are that person, right? And everyone around you agrees that you are the ish, okay? You can back it up. Big Leo energy, even though there's no Leo cards here, but you're giving that energy. You're very skilled, very meticulous, very consistent, hard worker, ambitious. You've got it going on, all right? But for some reason, you feel like there's a blockage. Like you're not at where you're supposed to be at. Some of you guys could be a little bit older. And it's hard to say what old is because it's very socially constructed. I'm 26. Sometimes I think I'm old. Okay, but then sometimes I think I don't really care if that's considered old to some. I'm gonna live my best life, you know? And then, you know, regardless, right? It's a social construct, whatever you consider old, right? You guys may think you're old, but you feel like because of your age, you're not at where you should be at. You feel like I should have achieved this by now. I should have achieved that by now. When I'm so talented and so amazing and so skilled. Why am I not where I'm supposed to be at? And that's where the block is coming from. You are not blocked, despite the fact that the card blocked is here, Power 5. You're not blocked. It does, though, feel that way. Because at where your skills, you're meant to be a lot further. That's one thing I'm going to agree with you guys on. With your skills and your everything, you should be way, way, way further. Because you're so talented. You're so innovative and you're so consistent and you're hustlers, right? However, there's no blockage. There's just a change of strategy that you need to do in order to unlock things in terms of stability, finances, dreams, goals, hobbies, career. Because I'm getting you guys are good at the mundane. You're good at doing a typical 9-to-5 or the mundane lifestyle, but you're meant for a bigger life. You're meant for something greater. You're not meant to live a normal life. And it's funny because I was having this conversation with my partner. Like, I was telling him, imagine if I had been stuck in one of my past relationships, I would have just lived a normal life like everyone else. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not for me. And he was telling me the same, like, oh yeah, like with my past partner, like I felt like I was living that life and that's not for me either. And I'm like, yeah. Like both situations for us was happening at the same time before we got together, before we even met each other. And we realized the normal life is just not for us. We're meant to live a very unconventional life because we're very unconventional people. And it reminds me of, that conversation reminds me of your Power 5. You're not meant to live a normal life. You're not meant to do the mundane jobs, even if you're great at them. Like, for example, I'm a teacher, you know? That's a mundane 9-to-5 job. but I don't see myself doing this forever. And I feel like similarly with you guys, you may do a 9-to-5 job, you may do a mundane job, whatever job it is. Or even if it's like a hardy work, like construction, or like gas or engineering. It's like you're not supposed to do that forever. Like you're meant to do something more creative, something that, like a business. Something that requires you to work for yourself or be in the public light and thrive off it. You guys are meant to do something like that. But you may feel like you're not at where you're supposed to be at based on your age. So maybe you're behind or maybe there's a blockage, but there's no blockage. It's just strategy. There's a need for you guys to change strategy and everything will pick back up. Whether if you upload on YouTube, is all about the algorithm, the content. Your content is amazing. It's just when you upload it, what thumbnails you use, what audience you're targeting, what hashtags you use. That's it. That's the only, and consistency, doing it consistently. But there's no blockage, there's no witchcraft, there's no someone stopping me. I mean, yeah, you may get a few haters here and there, but they're not powerful enough to stop you. You're a force to be reckoned with, Power 5. But with the lies here, I'm not gonna lie, some people may think you're arrogant, but you're not. You just believe in words of affirmation. Dululu is the Solulu. Like you may be telling yourself, or maybe even telling others that, yeah, I'm the ish, yeah, I got this going on, yeah, I'm this and this. When I make it, and people may be feeling like, not that they don't see it, but they feel like that's arrogant, but it's not. You guys are just speaking it into existence because words have power, okay? Which is good. So sometimes the lies are necessary. Delulu really is the Solulu because we have the 7 of Cups. This is you envisioning your life, having the options, okay? And it's like you guys are putting the work in it. You guys are not lazy, you're far from it. But there's a need to just change your strategy. Your solar plexus is definitely fine. Your throat chakra is definitely fine. Your devotion is amazing, by the way. Your root chakra is fine. Your sacral chakra is fine. Okay? You may need to pay attention to your crown. Did I say there was something wrong with your crown? And then I just changed it? Because I'm getting from root, sacral, and solar plexus is fine. And your throat chakra. You just may need to work on your third eye and your crown most. Your solar plexus may be considered a bit overactive, as in you may overestimate, but I technically don't see that as a bad thing. I feel like it's good to be confident in yourself. It's good to believe in the unthinkable. So I don't see that as a negative, to be fair. But it's definitely your heart chakra and your crown chakra coming through the most that may need a little bit of work. Only because your heart chakra is coming up as blocked, but I don't know why. You're very devoted to your crafts and devoted to yourself. We have loyalty. You may be the type of people, I'm getting Leo vibes. This is making me think of a Leo person that I want to talk to. I'm not gonna lie. Hi, if you watch me. Where they have overgiven, because I know Leos, they love hard and they overgive. But it's like once they're done giving, or once someone has effed them over, it's like now they want to focus on themselves, which is fine, that's valid. But then anyone new that enters their life, now they expect to be worshipped and adored, which is good, healthy self-esteem, but make sure you're also giving that back. Don't allow the past to make you think only you're worthy of being worshipped. Remember that just as much as you are worthy of being worshipped, if someone has come to you with good intentions to love you and care for you and support you, make sure you're giving that love back. Don't get caught up in the multiple options, okay? Don't get caught up in everyone else loving you to the point where you start neglecting those who really, really do love you genuinely, as opposed to people who just love what you can do for them, right? So there's something to do with your crown chakra, maybe even your third eye, that needs a bit of work, and your heart chakra. You guys may focus on the stability of money and housing and yourself, and because you gain validation from yourself. You guys are healthy. You may focus more on that, and which is fine, but it may be an escape to avoid the love department, okay? You're very loyal to your craft, and you expect people to be loyal to you as well. Whoever wants to be, in your energy, like you expect loyalty, which is a good standard. But at the same time, you may have slept on a few people or someone that was also genuine and also loved you, but maybe they don't know how to worship people. They see themselves as a prize just as much as you do. And you may have taken this to think that they don't like me as much as I think they do. So let me just walk away from them. But I'm getting you have people who want to nurture you and be there for you. But if you're so self-focused to the point of you give people the impression that they're not even there, they're going to walk away. Someone who knows their worth, they're going to walk away. Someone who's willing to just stand there and worship you and wait by your side, what I'm getting is you guys may mistake that to think that they're loyal to you and they love you. Yet really, they just may have a lack of love for themselves and they're just trying to seek your approval because you are the ish. So just be wary. You guys are ruled by the sun. If it's a Leo kind of person I'm picking up on, you are ruled by the sun and everything revolves around you. But just remember that there are people who also know their worth as well. So they may not worship you. They'll appreciate and adore you, but they're not going to worship you. And if you make them feel like they don't matter and they don't exist, then they're going to walk away from you. And you might interpret that as, oh, they didn't like me enough, but they did. But they are not going to also worship you while you don't really acknowledge their existence either. You know, it works both ways. Because I'm getting for some of you, this power is giving a little bit avoidant energy. It's so similar because I remember at some point I was considered avoidant. I'm in a happy relationship now, but at some point I was also considered avoidant, and I'm a Leo rising. And I remember dealing with someone who they think they're not avoidant, but with me, even though I was avoidant, I was willing to give love and my all and everything. But when I felt like it wasn't being returned back, or when I felt like an option, I personally don't like to deal with people who have options, but that's just my personal preference. When I felt like I wasn't really being valued or being seen as an option, I dipped because I knew my worth. And walking away from people is easy for me because when you know your worth, you feel like, why am I here? You're not the only person on earth. I'm trying my best to devote my love and energy towards you. And if it's not being appreciated or even reciprocated, then I'm going to make room for people who will do that, you know? But then the person I was dealing with, they were so convinced that people had to give them love and they didn't have to give anyone else love in return. Borderline knock. I wouldn't really say they are a narcissist, but they're headed towards that way if they continue down that path, right? And it just made me feel like, I'm not really interested. But then I was then perceived as someone who's heartless, when really it's like, no, I just like balanced effort. I don't like doing too much when it's not being given back either. So if you have this energy, you know your worth, but remember not to sleep on people who genuinely do love you as well. Not everyone's going to worship you, but people will admire you, okay? And by doing that, I feel like if you have this mentality where people have to worship you and have to prove themselves to you 24/7 and you don't have to do anything in return, then you also lose support. You also lose people who are willing to be there for you and help build things up with you, okay? Because people see your potential, people see your worth, you know? But just making sure that you are being able to decipher who really likes you and who just does not like themselves and is willing to just worship you because they want your validation, but not you, okay? Because I'm getting a little bit of confusion here with the 7 of Cups. But when it comes to your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, that's on point. You're stable and consistent. So props to you, Power 5. But when it comes to the heart, the love department, I'm not getting friendships. I'm getting as a friend, you guys are great. You guys are great friends and you make great friends and you like to work with serious people and yeah. But when it comes to love, you may feel like you're struggling in that department. You may feel like, oh, where is it? So follow your intuition as well. You may be sleeping on some people who are great for you, but you would have assumed that they're not great for you because maybe they don't do the whole chasing, you know? They don't want pursuing, but they don't want to chase. Okay, and I'm getting is you guys are not a problem. You guys are not arrogant. It's just you may have dealt with people in the past where you overgave. So now you're a bit tired of that. So you're like you're not going to overgive anymore, and you're going to keep your options open. But just be careful about having the options open, okay? Because you could be sleeping on someone who's very introverted and empathetic. They don't do options. Once they like you, they like you. They've studied you, they like you, they want to be with you, they want to give their love to you. And if you par them off because maybe they're not obsessed with you, then you're cheating yourself out. You're cheating yourself out of having great connections with people, okay? Because I'm getting you are someone who is attracting loyalty in love, in life, in support, okay? But just don't push them away with feeling that, okay, if they're not doing this, then they must not like me. Don't come to that conclusion, because everybody loves in a different way and expresses it in a different way, okay? I'm feeling any problem that you're having in your chakras will be resolved anyway. I'm getting you guys are very open-minded people. You're open to seeing things from a different perspective. You're open to be seeing things in a way where it's like, you know what, maybe I was wrong here. I can work on myself here. And vice versa. Like, you may feel like, I don't feel like I was wrong here. And, you know, but then you feel like, but I can improve here. You know, like, you guys seem like you're the type of people that are capable of changing things that you may dislike about yourself, and you don't take it personally. Maybe you may not like it when people tell you it, but if you see it in yourself or someone makes you realize it, then you're open to changing it. So, which is good. But yeah, it's just your intuition, your crown chakra. You know, don't be too paranoid. I'm getting, because some of you may get very paranoid. You may feel like people are out to get you. I don't feel like anyone's out to get you, Power 5. I just feel like you are talented, amazing, creative, innovative, intelligent, amazing, gorgeous, handsome, whatever. You have it all. And you know you have it all. But there are people that may be insecure and they may sleep on you. Or there may be people who think you're arrogant, or maybe people who just feel like, maybe if you tone down the attitude a little bit, I will support you. Not to say I don't agree with them or I don't agree with them, because I feel like I like your vibe, Power 5, but it's just some people may pick that up and they may not want to support you. So don't burn bridges, okay, with just everyone. Understand that people do want to see you shine. Don't act rationally. I'm getting like, not rationally, sorry, don't act in a rash way. I'm getting sometimes you may let your emotions get the best of you, and you may be like, that's it, I'm blocking that person. That's it, I'm doing this. That's it, I'm cutting off. That's it, people don't want the best for me. You need to get out of that mindset, because that's coming from paranoia. And that's, again, the heart chakra. Don't be overly paranoid and assume the worst in people. Some people really do want to see you shine, okay? They just, you know, you just need to make sure that you are being able to decipher who is genuine and who just wants your self-validation, okay? But we also have resolve. So I feel like any problems you are facing, you will be getting over it anyway. So you won't have to worry as much, okay? But other than that, if you're worried about finding love, you may feel like, I'm getting older and I'm not finding love. Love is there around you, Power 5. You just need to be open to it. Don't assume that if someone is not constantly messaging you or making you the highlight of the day, that they don't like you. They like you, okay? You are capable of finding love. Some of you are coming up as a very bit guarded, a bit more defensive on the love department, or if you want love, people may see you as someone who's not being serious about them, or you may not be as open to them on a deeper level. Even if you are, it may take you time, and that's your right, that's your boundary that people have to respect as well. But just try your best to be more open-minded. It's not about quantity, it's about quality, especially with the options here, especially with this, you know, it's not about quantity, it's about quality, okay? So making sure you're surrounding yourself with quality people in love. I'm not getting that there's an issue with friends, it's just more so love, you know, and just valuing that time and attention, okay? But other than that, when it comes to your success overall, there's no blockage. You just need to be consistent and change your strategy and you'll be fine, okay? Still a little bit of healing that needs to be done in the heart chakra and receiving the right messages in the crown, okay? You don't want to, you know, let paranoia get the best of you, okay? But we have loyalty, so you guys are going to be attracting loyal people. So, you know, just change the way you do things and you'll be fine, okay? Gonna move on to pile number 6, which is 1 hour, 28 minutes and 53 seconds. Pile 6, timing. Speaking of, may this be the right moment. I wish that I can have this moment for life. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, we have timing. We have the Hare and the Oak, new opportunities. Earth sign energy. Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. 6 of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Fool, which is Aries energy. A lot of masculine energy here. We have the throat chakra, and we have the solar plexus. Wow, this is basically giving me what you guys need to work on, okay? All right. But I don't think you guys need to work on your solar plexus, to be honest with you. I feel like your solar plexus is very imbalanced. You guys are trying out new things, learning to take more risks, or needing to take more risks. Your root chakra is very balanced. You guys are very hardworking, consistent, ambitious people. You value stability. You got stability. Everything's fine. But I'm hearing plateau. You may feel like you've hit a plateau in some area of your life, whether it's finances, career, or even a diet. You may feel like you've been dieting, but now you're hitting a plateau, or there's some sort of stagnancy somewhere in your life. The good thing is you're not broke, you're not running out of finances, but you may feel like you're not making enough either, like it's just stable, and you want more, right? But I'm not getting that there's any blockage. It's just divine timing. And I know that's such a cliche. You're going to be getting a windfall of income, a windfall of a lot in your life, abundance of all sorts, money, love, happiness, her zest. But it's just the timing may not be right now, but it's coming soon. So you don't have anything to worry about with the root chakra. Sacral chakra, you guys are learning how to be more self-expressive and try out new things, which is great for you. I love that for you. You guys are being more peaceful, more zen as well. However, with the solar plexus, you guys are trying your best to start new things and have higher self-esteem. You guys, I'm getting you guys don't like to stand out. Like you guys like to blend in, but you're being pushed to stand out, especially with your wardrobe, and just put yourself out there, because we do have the Fool card. This is taking risks and not knowing what the outcome is, but taking a risk anyway. You're being encouraged to put yourself out there. And we also have solar plexus, so just having more self-esteem and saying, you know what, let me try this new thing, let me try this new way of doing things. It may be beneficial to me in the long term. You guys are starting to speak out more, or needing to speak out more, because we have the throat chakra. For a long time you may have felt silent, so you may have felt like you have to hold back. I feel like you guys are no longer holding back anymore, which is great. I like that for you. Heart chakra seems fine, if I'm going to be honest with you. We have the temperance, like you're being more meditative and a lot more compassionate towards yourself and others around you, and you're moving forward. You guys are healing, okay? So whatever you've gone through, you're trying your best to move forward in your life. You guys have a positive outlook in life in general, maybe because it's life path number 6, so it's like balance, right? And you guys are overgivers, or not overgivers, but you guys are givers. Like you like to give to yourself and to others. You know the balance, right? But it's giving Sagittarius energy here. So you guys are very positive minded people. So whenever something doesn't work out or something's not working out, you find a way to move forward and change up the strategy, which is great. I love that for you. So your heart chakra is fine. Your root chakra is fine. Your sacral chakra is coming along. You guys are starting to be more I need this because it brings me pleasure, or this is creative. And even your solar plexus, you're learning how to love yourself more and put yourself out there. Your third chakra, you're learning how to speak up more for yourself, which is good, or speak up about opportunities that you want, okay? Because we do have new opportunities. You guys could be thinking, what am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm trying my best to get this, but it feels like something's plateauing, or you're not seeing much results. Some of you are wanting to even travel as well, and you feel like something keeps getting delayed, or you keep feeling like, I need to be able to try this or get to this place, and why is it taking so long to achieve this or to get to this area in life? But it's not. It's just all about the timing. And when everything does come, it's not going to come trickling in. It's going to come a windfall, you know? Some of you guys are trying to buy houses, or trying to get better jobs, or trying to find new ways to be innovative in your personal career. And it's happening for you. The more risks you take, the more it's happening for you. Your crown chakra is fine. You feel guided to take this step when you're doing it. Same with your intuition. You have this belief that, you know, this sits well with me. I'm going to keep doing this. It's only, honestly, the only thing I'm just getting is you're just working on your throat and your solar plexus. Maybe there's a need for you guys to say more words of affirmation, okay? Speaking things into existence, okay? But honestly, I just see a lot of new opportunities. I feel like your health is fine. You're taking a step out with this temperance. If you guys need a break, I see you guys needing to take a break, and you're going to be taking a break, and it's fine. This is just more so coming towards wanting some newness in your life because you feel like there's a bit of stagnancy, but it's all about timing. You're going to be able to travel, by the way. Some of you guys are set to travel this year or next year. It is coming. It's not going to be delayed anymore. Maybe it had been delayed for a long time, but I see a lot of traveling. Some of you guys are trying to get a new car or fix your car or get a license. I see it happening for you, okay? You're taking new risks, and there's a need for you to take more risks. I heard bold with your fashion. There's a need to also be more bold with your fashion as well. But I see everything working out well. I feel like it's similar to Pile 5 in a way where it's just strategy, okay? If it's online content, you're being asked to upload during different times, hence why we have the timing. But your time to shine is coming. I feel like Pile 6, a lot of people may have slept on you, but you don't really give a F about people's opinions anyway. You're like, okay, I don't care if people sleep on me regardless. I believe in myself. But now I want to know, I've made these manifestations and I want to see these manifestations coming into light. And that's what you're coming from. But they are going to come to light. I don't think you're facing any blockage. It's just a matter of timing. So remain consistent. It's going to make sense, okay? Just upload in certain times. Be more bold with your wardrobe. Be more bold with your self-expression and have more confidence and more faith and speak up when you need to. But other than that, yeah, I think health is fine moving forward. If you've recovered for something, you're going to keep recovering. I feel like you're very vibrant. You're very healthy. Just make sure you're keeping a balanced diet when it comes to what you put into your body. But other than that, you seem fine, Pile 6. So I'm not worried. It's a very short reading for Pile 6, but that's honestly what I'm getting. Reminds me of my mom. Don't know why. She's a life path number one. Life path number 1, maybe that's why. No, she's a life path number 6. Okay. But anyways, I'm going to move on. 1 minute and 36 seconds and 13 seconds. Yeah, that's a long read. Last pile. I'm tired now. Speaking of being tired, we have Conserve. May you find the balance. Yeah, I need to conserve my energy because I need to do personal readings as well. Okay. You guys chose Conserve, okay? You guys are needed to conserve your energy, okay? We have the Deer and the Oat, which is healing. That makes so much sense. Why am I hearing quicksand? I'm falling in deeper, can be saved, no way out, no. Yeah, Quicksand by Bridget Mendler, okay? Yeah. Ooh, some of you guys are falling in love or going to be falling in love. Because I got the 2 of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have the Ace of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. More air with the King of Swords. Fire sign energy with the 9 of Wands. And then more fire energy with the 6 of Wands. This is success. This is success. But we have fear. And we have crown chakra. Last pile, guys, I am tired, but I'm gonna push through for you, okay? Because you guys are the last pile, okay? You guys have been healing a lot emotionally in general, but I love this fight in you. You're not giving up. You guys give me a vibe that you're very strong people, but at the same time, you're also sensitive. It's like that duality, okay? I can relate to this part, I'm not gonna lie, where people see you as strong and like you have an empire, you have things going for yourself, but then people don't realize that behind the strength, you still have that femininity, like you still have this sensitivity, this feeling, you know? And I feel like you guys have that. So it's like, you're very logical, very like masculine energy, but you still have the feminine energy with it. You're very intelligent, rational, fair, balance. You guys could make great leaders if you wanted to, but there's still that sensitivity. There's still that hurt me, or that makes me feel some type of way. You're still in touch with your intuition as well. And we have the 9 of Wands. You guys are very persevering kind of people, like this persistence, this go-getter energy, this I gotta keep going. Okay, you guys are destined for success. A lot of people find you very admirable, Pile 7. People really look up to you, Pile 7. And you're destined for abundance in general. Don't let fear hold you back though. We have fear. So this is all about the solar plexus. You're letting fear hold you back. It may not even, fear may not even be the word, but that's just what's on the card. But it may be a little bit of doubt, or a little bit of like, is this really gonna happen? You know, you may question yourself when it comes to your career. I feel like also fear of vulnerability sometimes, because we do have healing. And maybe you are still in this phase where when someone hurts you or something disappoints you, you kind of withdraw instead of talk about it. But I feel like there's a need to be vulnerable and talk about it and allow people to know that this is how you feel. People would be so quick to succumb to your every need and your feelings. People actually validate you a lot, or it's hard to tell if you're not really vulnerable most of the time, but people would validate you if you were more vulnerable, okay? People genuinely do care about you, okay? Some of you, it's love. It's like you want love, but you're also scared of it. You're scared of being vulnerable. You're scared of letting someone in, but it's happening. You guys are healing. You guys are going to be attracting someone new. But if you're in a relationship, you could be in an amazing relationship, but there's still that fear of, what if things go wrong? Or what if they don't like me? Or what if they betray me? Or I'm so scared to let them know that this is how I feel and I feel sad, you know? But you're very connected. To whoever you're connecting with, you're very connected. And if you're single here, you're connected to people in general. People feel like they really get you. They really understand you. People also want to be connected to you, whether it's platonically, romantically. People want to be in this energy of feeling that close proximity towards you, Pile 7. And that's because you radiate such strong heart chakra energy, such strong I get you energy, soulmate energy. But you're also very intelligent. It's like you're so non-judgmental, but at the same time, it's like people feel like you really understand them, but you can also help put their life into balance. They feel like being with you helps them feel more stabilized because you give good sound advice as well. It's like, I'm not judging you, but this is my advice and this is my take on this. And people really respect you for that. The reason why I'm telling you how people are viewing you, because that's how you're coming up to me as well. I feel like with the crown chakra, you guys have very sound advice. Your crown chakra is the most strongest chakra you have, so don't ignore it. It's very much in balance. And it's your connection to the divine. It's your relationship to the divine. You be receiving a lot of downloads. Very spiritual. But you balance it out with the logical side, especially if you're a man here watching this, your masculine energy is coming through. You're very sound. You make very sound decisions, and people really look up to you. People may come to you with their problems. They may be like, Pile 7, I have an issue. Could you work it out? And you're like, okay. But at the same time, you can relate to people because also you need healing. I feel like sometimes you need someone similar to Pile 1 and Pile 4 or 3. You need, or 2. 1, 2, or 3, similar to one of those piles. You need people to take care of you as well. You can't always be this leader that people rely on, or you can't always be in this lone wolf energy where I can get by in life on my own, I'm fine. It's because you're so used to having this leadership. Life path 7, if I remember correctly, are people who are very much always on their own, very much lone wolf energy, very much spiritual, very good at learning new things, how to better themselves, etc. But you're needing to heal as well from your own trauma. Like, I feel like you're so good at healing and helping other people, sometimes you forget that you're healing too. And you're gonna have someone who is gonna come in if you're not single. If you're single, you're gonna have someone come in who really resonates with you and really understands you. You're gonna feel like there's so many similarities between you and this person. But if you are already in a relationship, this is your twin flame or your soulmate or whatever title you want to put on. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but someone you have a strong connection with, they're going to really understand you and they're going to help you. You guys are going to elevate each other. So your heart chakra, it needs to feel safe enough to be vulnerable, but your crown chakra is strong. Stop ignoring it. Your crown chakra is overactive. Like you guys could be claircognizant. You guys could really just know things about people and you understand social situations from a psychological point of view as well. And very highly emotionally intelligent, just like that. You just know people, you know? And they don't know how. But the problem is, it makes people want to over-depend on you for every little thing. Any advice, they go to you. Any problem, they go to you. They want your advice, they want your time, they want your attention, because being around you is very abundant. You have very strong, abundant energy, Pile 7. It makes people want to always surround themselves with you. And sometimes that can be a lot. Especially if you're someone like me, who you have a platform, you talk to people about tarot, spirituality, their life, and you also have other things going on. I do dance on the side, I do music on the side, I do podcasts on the side. I have a lot going on, right? But then at the same time, people forget that I'm also human. I'm a mother as well. People forget that I also have a partner. People also forget that I need time to rest and rejuvenate. So sometimes if I reply late to people, they take it personally. They're like, you don't care about me, because they're so codependent on me. And it's my fault, because I've made it that way by always being ready to help people. But sometimes I'm like, I need to take a rest. I need to tell myself that I need to conserve my energy. And that's what you guys are giving. You guys work so hard that you need to conserve your energy. And I'm getting, sometimes you give your energy to people and sometimes you regret it, because sometimes people don't even appreciate it. They just expect you to help because you give this leader energy, this intelligence, this fairness, this balancedness. People are very attracted to your intelligence and your balanced nature, your ability to solve problems, your ability to be witty and very persevering, very strong. Like, your presence alone is very strong. But sometimes it's like you need to break yourself. Like, you need to conserve your energy. Okay, but I'm also getting this fear of letting people down, this fear of not wanting to come across a certain way, this fear of being vulnerable. You guys have such a great reputation. Maybe there's also a fear of you not living up to your reputation, or this fear of like one thing going wrong and then people are going to see you in a different light. But you need to come out of that. You need to just allow people to just see you for how you are. And if they want to misinterpret you, so be it. You know, it's like with me, I always tell people I read tarot, but I'm not this love and light kind of person. Like, love and light, everything's hunky-dories and rainbows and sunshines. And I'm always going to say positive messages no matter what. No, I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I can be petty AF. Sometimes I get angry as well. Sometimes I can be aggressive in the way I approach things too. I am not perfect. I'm far from it. I'm goofy. I'm not what you consider how tarot readers are supposed to be. I'm 26. Like, cut me some slack, you know? And I'm a parent. It's like, I don't have time, you know? But you need to just allow people to come up with their own conclusions about you and just make peace with that. And allow people to say, allow yourself to say to people, no, I can't help you. No, I can't do this. I need a rest. I need to conserve my energy. Or when people invite you to things, maybe you feel obligated to go because you don't want to let them down, or you don't want them to feel, because you have high level of empathy, you don't want them to feel like no one cared enough about them to not support them. And you want to support people. You guys are a hype girl, hype guy kind of energy. But sometimes you need to tell yourself, you know what, do I have the energy for this? I'm breaking my back for this. I need to conserve my energy, you know? Because you guys are wanted by many, loved and adored by many, okay? Many people wish that they could be in your shoes, but they don't know how difficult it is. So you guys need to take the time to rest and heal, rejuvenate, rest, sleep, okay? We also have, we have the crown chakra. You guys, if you're being guided to do something, if you're being guided to rest, don't ignore that. If you're being guided to go somewhere, don't ignore that. If you're being guided to decline some invitation, don't ignore that. That is what the state of your chakras are in. Because your root chakra is fine. I think you work so hard. Your sacral chakra is fine. You're very creative. You allow yourself to have some pleasures here and there. But these pleasures may be in the form of hanging out with people. Sometimes it's okay to not want to hang out with people. Solar plexus needs a little bit of work because we have fear. I'm hearing you got the words to change your nation, but you're biting your tongue. Some of you are not speaking up about certain things, and you need to. You need to be honest and open with people. Don't always keep everything close to your chest, or else it's going to disturb you, okay? Some of you may have doubts about whether you're going to make it in life in a successful career, but you will. And sometimes it's that fear that may hold you back. Or you may not want to post certain things if it's online because you're scared it won't work out. But you need to believe in yourself. You're going to have people who believe in you. You're going to have people who resonate with you. So just believe in yourself, okay? When it comes to your heart chakra, allow yourself to be vulnerable, okay? Don't close yourself off to people. People want to be there for you. Communicate your needs. That's what I'm getting. Sometimes past 7 you may not, because you may feel like it's okay, I got it under control. It's okay to not have it on control. You don't have to have this unrealistic expectation for yourself, okay? This feels like a repeat of pile 1 or 2, or one of those piles. I'm also getting, what was I getting? It's gone out of my head. But yeah, you need to work on your throat. You need to say what you need to say. But your third eye is great. Your third eye is in perfect balance. In terms of actual physical health, just more time apart. You need more sunlight, I'm not gonna lie, more vitamin D, more sunlight, more rest, just being by the beach, sunbathing, more vitamin D, just more of like, I need to relax and rest and just get some sun, because I'm hearing rejuvenate and hibernate. Sometimes it's necessary. Yeah, you guys also may have an overactive mind, so there's a need to you guys to just take a breather. But I think some of you, if you resonate with being neurodivergent, especially if you're ADHD, it may also be that, okay? And that's not your fault. That's neurological, okay? You guys may have like ADHD where you always feel like you need to come up with an idea. And it's not even like something that you consciously do. Like, it's just like, I got an idea, let me execute this idea, let me do this. It's okay to not. Like, sometimes even I have problems with this. With everyone who requests things on this channel, like, this is the pick-up I want to see. I'm like, let me do it now. And then my partner's like, nah, let's just sit down, watch the 100 and relax. And I'm like, yeah, let me just do that. You know, it's okay to relax, okay? But yeah, I'm just getting there's also healing. I feel like this healing doesn't have to be from romantic connections, although it could. I'm getting it's more so healing this need to say yes, healing the need to not have, like, you need to have boundaries, basically. Healing the need to always be there for people, always support other people, and then, you know, in the end, people are not supporting you. Make sure things are balanced, okay? You need to heal all of those sorts of wounds. Some of you are very independent, like you're not in a relationship, and it's like you need to heal that side of you that makes you very guarded towards people in general, especially friendships as well. Maybe there's a feeling of fear of rejection because maybe at some point you felt rejected by many. So it's like you can't be rejected if you're independent all the time, okay? But overall, there's a need to allow that love in. But that's what I'm getting. This was a very long pick-up pile, and I was meant to do more than one today, but after that, I am exhausted. I am tired, okay? And I need the toilet, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which one to see next. Take care. Bye.